The secret power of silence. Stoic strength in a noisy world. Welcome to Stoicism Reforged. I still remember a time when I used to post every win and every setback online, hoping for encouragement. In a world where everyone's constantly sharing posting updates and flaunting achievements, there's a quiet yet powerful strategy: say less. Why is silence the ultimate weapon in the digital age? Have you ever felt drained from explaining your plans to others, or exhausted by judgment and conflicting opinions? Today, I want to take you on a personal journey into the secret power of silence, and the stoic strength it brings to protect your inner peace amidst the storm of information. 1. The allure of mystery. We live in an era of oversharing where every moment is captured and broadcast. But those who understand true power know what you keep to yourself is often stronger than what you reveal. In Stoic philosophy, restraining your words isn't weakness. It's taking control of your narrative. Let me share a story. A close friend, a software developer, quietly spent a year building an app that ended up solving a real problem for millions. People had no idea he was working on it until launch day. That secrecy built anticipation, and when it finally dropped, it felt like magic. If he'd spilled every detail, that magic would have evaporated. Even Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, reminded us that the mind's stillness is a sanctuary we can retreat to anytime. In that quiet space, external chaos fades, and your focus on yourself grows unshakable. 2. Shielding your plans and emotional energy. Think back to a time you told everyone about a goal. Did unsolicited opinions derail your momentum? Not everyone who hears your goals wants you to succeed. Some feel uneasy about your growth or even envious. Announcing plans too soon can trick your brain into feeling accomplished, sapping your drive. I learned this the hard way when I told friends about a side project. Their doubts made me hesitate, and the project stalled. Keeping your goals private shields you from scrutiny and lets you focus on doing, not explaining. Imagine you're launching a startup. Broadcasting every move could tip off competitors or confuse potential customers. A discreet plan gives you flexibility to adapt without the pressure of 1,000 watching eyes. Your emotional energy stays intact, fueling progress instead of justifications. 3. Let your actions speak louder than words. In today's culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking talking is doing. But real progress comes from quiet action. Think of innovators like Nikola Tesla, who toiled in silence to unveil world-changing inventions. He understood that words can create an illusion of success, while actions forge the real thing. I've experienced this myself when I stopped telling everyone about my workout goals and simply went to the gym. Daily, people noticed the results without me saying a word. When your results do the talking, you don't need to persuade or defend. No one can argue with tangible outcomes. This strategy shines in competitive settings. Launching a product or project out of nowhere catches rivals off guard. The element of surprise leaves a lasting impression and boosts your credibility. 4. Guard your emotional energy. Your emotional energy is a precious resource, like a vessel with a limited capacity. Every time you open up about your goals or struggles, you give others power to influence that vessel. Unsolicited advice can spark self-doubt. Careless criticism can linger like thorns in your mind. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what we control and what we don't. Protecting your emotional energy doesn't mean shutting out the world. It means choosing who gets access to your inner circle. Ask yourself who truly understands and respects your efforts. When I started saying no to draining conversations and instead wrote in a journal, I felt lighter. Meditation journaling or a quiet walk can help process emotions instead of seeking external validation. 5. The power of listening. We often forget that listening is an active choice. Deep listening lets you gather insights, perspectives, and emotions others might not even realize they're sharing. It gives you an edge like reading between the lines. Once during a tense meeting, I simply nodded and let the other person vent. In that silence, they revealed the real issue behind their anger. Good negotiators use silence to observe reactions. It's a golden technique. In Stoicism, staying present helps you avoid impulsive responses. Listening lets you weigh your words, carefully dodging regrets. Studies on communication show good listeners are often more likable because they make others feel understood. Think of listening as a mirror reflecting someone else's mind. 6. Dodging envy and obstacles. One overlooked downside of publicizing success is envy. On social media, people quickly compare themselves to others, sparking negative feelings when they see your wins. While you can't control their emotions, you can minimize triggers by keeping your progress under wraps. If others don't know how far you've come, they're less likely to compare. Stoicism urges you to focus on your own path, staying steady despite praise or criticism. Envy is a burden not just for others, but for you if you're caught up in external judgments. By staying private, you free yourself from the pressure of comparison and zero in on personal growth. I've found that celebrating quietly with a close friend feels far more fulfilling than chasing likes online. 7. Discipline over impulse. In an age of instant sharing, keeping quiet is a bold act of self-control. Our brains crave quick validation. Every time you share a goal and get praise, a dopamine hit tricks you into feeling closer to success. But it's an illusion. Stoicism calls us to stay committed to the process, not chase instant rewards. Resisting the urge to overshare builds discipline. Before speaking, ask, is this necessary? Does sharing help my progress? I once promised myself I wouldn't post about my marathon training until race day. The temptation was real, but the discipline of silence made crossing the finish line that much sweeter. Discipline with words creates a habit of focusing on action. 8. Freedom through privacy. Privacy isn't about hiding. It's about the freedom to live on your terms without needing anyone's approval. When you don't let external opinions shape your path, you gain space to think, experiment, and pivot. This is crucial in a digital world where every choice can become a debate. Privacy offers flexibility. You can shift directions or fix mistakes without being labeled a failure. For Stoics, true freedom is living by your values, and privacy is the fertile ground where those values grow. I've learned that the most meaningful parts of my life often happen off camera, away from the spotlight. 9. Long-term protection for your life. Silence and caution aren't just short-term tactics. They're a way of life. Like an immune system, discretion creates a buffer against unexpected storms. It helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts, exploitation, or pointless arguments. By sharing just enough, you reduce the risk of being misunderstood. Relationships thrive on mutual respect when both sides know where to draw the line. Think of silence as an investment. The longer you practice it, the more peace and confidence you'll reap. Over time, this habit creates a calm confidence that people notice without you saying a word. 10. Silence in negotiation and communication. Silence is a powerful tool in negotiations. By staying quiet, You create space for others to reveal their needs, anxieties, or contradictions. I once sat in on a salary negotiation where the hiring manager made an offer and then stopped talking. The candidate, uncomfortable with the silence, began listing reasons why she'd accept less. That pause saved the company money. Silence isn't passive, it's strategic. Watch body language, read expressions, and use subtle cues like a nod to keep them talking. Stoicism teaches calm restraint, letting you make clear-headed decisions instead of being swayed by emotions. Conclusion. In a world drowning in noise, the quiet ones hold a secret advantage. Silence isn't emptiness, it's space. Space to think before you act. Space to protect what matters. Space for your actions to echo so loudly they can't be ignored. You don't owe the world a play-by-play of your life. You don't need its permission to live your way. Guard your plans, preserve your peace. Let silence sharpen your presence. And when you choose to speak, let your words carry the weight of someone with nothing to prove, because your life and actions already tell the story. If this resonates with you, try the silence challenge for 1 week. Don't share your biggest plan with anyone. Focus on executing it and journal your thoughts. Drop your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more videos on Stoicism and tools to live calmly in a noisy world.